This week on Rams 360.
You play with them on Saturday?
Play Sherwood with them.
Didn't get the invite. Thanks, Whit.
I'm going to sign that says Happy Birthday, Dale. And, I had to get Nate, got his attention, and he went over there, and it was just, it's so funny.
I love what it's done for me. I love all the blessings, more importantly, the relationships that are built in the midst of this great game, and you just learn so much about yourself. That was really cool.
All this and more on Rams 360.
Well, welcome back from our mini bye week, everyone, and welcome to the Coach McVay Show presented by Microsoft Surface Copilot plus PC with the head coach of your Los Angeles Rams, Sean McVay. I am JB Long. Good to see you.
Good to see
I know
you.
it wasn't your favorite weekend, but it's funny how misery loves company in the NFL. After your bitter Thursday night loss, the rest of the NFC West and even the Eagles and some other teams joined you in defeat and frustrating.
I don't feel bad at all, but I think it was good to be able to get a little bit of an emotional reset. You don't want to sit on it. I'm excited to get back to work with the guys, and I'm optimistic. I'm encouraged, and I'm looking forward for us to be able to lean in. And I know we've got the right kind of guys. I know that there's an understanding of where we need to go and what we need to do to be able to give ourselves a chance to be able to finish some of these games. But we've learned a lot in these 5 weeks, and there's a lot of football left, but there's a lot of guys that I'm glad to be in the foxhole with them.
Sure. If I summarize the first segment of this season by saying, all right, now I know that after 5 games, the Rams can beat anyone in their league, but they're also vulnerable enough to beat themselves on any week as well. Is that accurate, and how do you build off that from here?
I think that's fair. I think the reality is you have tremendous respect. I think humility is only a day or a week away in this league, and you have to have tremendous respect for every single opponent that we come across. But when we are executing on a consistent basis the way that we're capable of, man, it's a pretty good movie. And it always comes back to people. I love these players. I love these coaches. I love the responses I've seen when things haven't always gone down the way that we want. We're going to lean into some of the things that have been consistent things, like this field goal operation, and get this thing figured out. Some of the things that we can do, whether it's defensively or offensively, but it always has been, always will be about people, and I'm excited about being in the bunker with these people, whether it's our players, our coaches, and I'm excited to get back, on the saddle and attack an opportunity to try to go get our 4th win against Baltimore.
The thing that I noticed or heard over the weekend, Pat McAfee thought that the squib kicks might be affecting Joshua Carty's place kicking. Any validity?
I think that's fair. I think that he is certainly an expert in that arena, given his background. It's something that we've talked about, and I don't think that that's a misguided thing, whether there's truth to that or not. We're continuing to dive into that, but I don't think that's unfair for him to say.
Is Josh blameless in terms of the blocks so far, or is he the primary culprit compared to the protection up front?
I'm not interested in identifying primary culprits, but what I will say is this. I'm interested in all 11 hands on deck, and it's snap, hold, kick, it's timing, it's trajectory, it's the protection for that 1.25 seconds, and so we all have to do better there.
Sounds like that'll have as much of your full attention as it ever has during your coaching
career this week. It already does, and it absolutely will.
Love to talk some Stafford here. I know you said you were displeased with taking the ball out of his hands on 4th down last week. The next time that situation arises, you're in one of those end of game things. What fail safes do you want in place?
I think it's the contingency plans, and I think, you go through all these different things, and, where I take a grave responsibility is, are we setting our players up for successful outcomes with the clarity of how to be able to execute and understand the intent of what we're trying to really be able to get done. And that's all encompassing too, whether it's a good play call or not. But if that doesn't exist, it's not a good play call. And so I'm not one of those guys. I think you set up game plans. I think you still have to see the game one play at a time. You have to understand the flow, understand, what's best. And to say that you want to put guys in successful outcomes, that'll never change. And I'll continue to always evaluate myself, whether plays work or whether they don't, on where is the, honest in between, because naturally we're all biased towards, all right, results only really matter. Well, there's certain things that I think we have to be able to have a checks and balances system as coaches of, all right, is this a good look? Did we give them the clarity in terms of executing versus those looks? And if those opportunities present themselves, you can't be, did it work or did it not? You just got to be able to ask yourself, did those things exist for the guys? And, when the ball's in Matthew's hands, good things have happened. But I take a tremendous responsibility in trying to set up those successful outcomes for those guys.
Because you once were and still are a young play caller with a ton of success. I don't know if Jerry Neuheisel's day at the Rose Bowl caught your attention
That
at
was
all.
cool,
But can you
man.
imagine being 33, gets the opportunity, puts 42 up, and gets carried off?
It was awesome, and you could see the investment he has in that place, the players, and it was pretty cool seeing his dad, in the post game talk about it, and even when he got choked up, almost, talking to his wife, saying, "I hope you're having a fun time." This game has brought a lot more of those moments than the disappointing ones that the Niners game had, and hey, I love what it's done for me. I love all the blessings. More importantly, the relationships that are built in the midst of this great game, and you just learn so much about yourself. That was really cool.
Here's to many more of those moments, perhaps as soon as this Sunday in Baltimore. Thank you for your
That's
time,
right.
as always, Sean, and thank you for joining us, everyone, for the Coach McVay Show, presented by Microsoft Surface Copilot plus PC.
Coming up next on Rams 360.
I think G Money came up with that one.
Okay, that's a good one.
In our linebacker room. But hey, that's big country now. When he gets the rock, he's running downhill. And
Well, welcome, Sean, or should we call you Dale? I hear that's the name around here.
yeah, that's the name Nate gave me. First coming in here. So a little backstory: Dale Dolac from Step Brothers. Didn't like it at first, but being a rookie, you got no choice. And then it kind of just fell into place with everybody. Sometimes I think that's what some of my teammates think my name is. But no, it's pretty fun, and it's cool to have that in the locker room.
Do you like the movie?
Oh yeah, Step
Okay,
Brothers,
cool.
fantastic movie.
All right.
A little quick snip. My mom found out that I was called Dale through the podcast with Nate, and she thought it was hilarious. She thought it was she's like, Step Brothers, I love Step Brothers. And then fast forward to Tennessee game, they come with a sign that says Happy Birthday Dale, and I had to get Nate, got his attention, and he went over there, and it's so funny.
Happy 24th, by the way. That
Yeah.
was in September?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Well, we got to get you connected with John C. Reilly now. That's the next step in the
Yeah,
process.
that'd be pretty cool, huh?
How was your mini bye weekend, your open weekend in the
Yeah.
National Football League? Few and far between, I know.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Hopefully, wish we could have got the W. It would have been a lot better, but things happen, and got to spend a little time at Universal Studios with my girlfriend, and seeing the horror houses over there. So that was a little good time together. But overall, it was pretty good.
You're a Halloween guy?
I'd say so. I like scary movies, but at the
Really?
same time, but
Any favorites?
Halloween, Michael Myers
Yeah.
stuff, just the classic older ones.
Not for me. Don't like scary movies.
No,
Don't
not
like
at all.
chocolate. Halloween, not my thing. So we're
Chocolate,
going to
yeah.
breeze right past that.
That's fine. That's fine by me.
Back to the football. Might have had the victory if that fumble had stood. Tell me about that team's play and the
yeah.
opportunity you created.
Yeah, no, just first off, Cardi is doing a fantastic job on the kickoff, and that gives us an advantage. That gives me a head start on making plays like that, and going into it, squared the runner up, and I kind of gave him a good hit, and then just went for the ball at natural instinct, and it came out, and then heard a whistle, and I was kind of like, there's no way they blew this dead already, and it happened, and it was a little frustrating at the moment, but things happen, and you just got to get over it. You got to adapt and overcome.
You've made a great first impression in the kicking game. This week, I wonder if there might be more on your plate. I understand that Omar's banged up. How do you prepare for the possibility of stepping into some defensive reps in Baltimore?
Yeah, the preparation doesn't change. Each week, I have my preparation that just stays the same, and going into this week, it's not going to change. You got to watch film. You got to watch the opponent's offense and just analyze it and just take little snippets from whether it's offensive line, the running back, or any tells that you can see and use it for my game. And when it comes to if I get the opportunity to play against Baltimore, I'm going to make sure that I prepare the right way and show it.
What if you don't know who the quarterback's going to be, especially when one of them is MVP caliber?
Yeah, it's gonna probably change up the game plan a little bit going into the game, but we just got to adapt and see what happens.
All right, when he's not giving you nicknames like Dale, what about Nate Landman? And as a fellow undrafted linebacker, the path that he's carved in the NFL.
Yeah, it's amazing just to watch his journey in itself. A lot of similarities between him and I. Especially him coming undrafted to Atlanta and working himself up the depth chart there as well over the years. It just shows that he's done it. Troy Reader has done it, and Omar's done it. Like all the guys that are in our locker room, they're all undrafted guys already. And anybody that I can ask questions to, I know he might not have the answer at the time, but he's going to find it, help me out, and allow me to adapt. And just looking up to him and all the guys in our linebacker room, it just makes me better.
Thought of one more nickname thing. Did I remember this from the preseason correctly, that you called Jarquez Hunter Big Country?
Big Country.
Did you come up with that?
No, I think G Money came up with that one.
Okay, that's a good one.
In our linebacker room, but hey, that's Big Country now. When he gets the rock, he's running downhill, and Jai is one of my favorite guys on the team, and he's a good dude, and that nickname fits him well.
The future is bright for the Los Angeles Rams with Big Country and Dale leading the way on both sides of the ball. Thanks for your time.
I appreciate you.
Good luck this week.
Thank you.
And after the play, he's like 3 times, you could just see just the wind out of his sails. So I remember that game vividly, and I think I had like 121. Couldn't be wrong.
You are watching Rams 360.
You guys ready to rock and roll? Oh my gosh. This is unfair. This is unfair. Welcome to QB One-on-One, everybody. I'm Matthew Stafford. Today, we have a new to the Rams teammate. He is a 12-year NFL veteran, scratch golfer. The guy's got a Taco Bell in his house, and we just learned loves sour Skittles, Davante Adams.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, sir. Glad to have him. And okay, so for today's trivia, we were playing Guess Who, an association game. We're going to get some college and NFL logos up of either players or coaches, and we were going to guess to see if we know who that person is. Me versus you, best of 5. You ready?
Zoo.
LSU, then the Bengals, then the Rams. I know I'm starting off 1-0.
This is cheating. You are a bit on the Rams longer.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you said it the same I did. All right, Big Wit. We got to be right?
We are on the same
100%.
page. Look at that.
We all actually, last time I saw or played golf with the Big Wit, we were playing in Hawaii.
Yeah, last time I played with Big Wit was Saturday.
Oh, you played with him on Saturday?
Played Sherwood with him.
Didn't get the invite. Thanks, Wit.
Yeah, I was just a guest, sorry. Boom.
Oh, I know this. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3. Big play, Slay. Darius Slay. It's my guy. Love Slay.
He's like the realest dude I've ever played against. Like, as far as I always hear him talking about, I feel like us as pros, we have a certain obligation to be real about the way we see the game, the players, and who is kind of where. And he's always been super realistic and honest about me as a player, which I've appreciated. Yeah, I went inside. You know how he talked to me. Like, I went inside, and that month did. So, yeah, I got a lot of respect for Slay.
Me too. He's a stud. Absolutely great human being. Fun to play against too. Like, talks, but it's not negative. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
it's
good,
a fun,
good nature.
Yeah, it's a good natured, fun talker. I threw a bench cut against him last year at home to Puka. Puka made a great diving catch, and he like popped up and just started talking to me like, "Man, that's a hell of a throw, man. How am I supposed to defend that?" You know, he's just like he's got great respect for the game, and I got a ton of respect for him.
Yep, man. I will say my favorite one of my favorite touchdowns ever, just because of the reaction he gave. 2019, we used to do like backside of every run. We called it a run solution. It was like a one-step key. And if he didn't like the look on the other side, and if I got pressed, then I would just turn into a fade. So, but the ball comes up so quick because it's such a quick, like boom, the lineman can't be downfield. So Aaron snaps it, and threw it to me. Mind you, he only throws this like once every like 5 years versus press, and I just had a feeling, so I gave a quick release and I'm going, and Xavier's running after me, and I just like late hands it and roll into the touchdown. He pushes me into the end zone, and after the play, he's like 3 times. You could just see just the wind out of his sails. So I remember that game vividly, and I think I had like 121. Could be wrong. It was something like that. So it was a fun game.
If you combine Matthew's passing yards with Davante's receiving yards, how many total yards would you have? This is like, this is unfair, I think. This is unfair, but this is like the math problems I'm doing with my kids at home right now. All right, addition. All right, Matthew's passing yards. I have no idea what. All right, 12 years. Oh, man.
You know what? I'm going to get cocky. I'm going to get real cocky here, matter of fact.
Guy comes onto the show and beats me week 1. Frustrating.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready for a great number?
Yes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Well done. Did you go from 71,000 to 71,800?
I did.
Oh.
I did. I didn't think you were going to be close, but I didn't know. Wow.
Well, I know mine recently, but then I was just trying to figure out.
I didn't think you would have a ballpark of mine. I don't know why, but I don't.
Yeah,
I guess you kind of did. You were just thinking. You just kind of slightly under 1,000 a season.
Yeah, I was thinking like some seasons more, some seasons less,
Yeah.
but like kind of around 1,000, and then I was like threw some random numbers at the end.
Well, thank God I decided to be cocky because, I knew I was at like 11, like high 11s. I didn't even remember exactly where it was, but I was like, I feel like it's close because I know Mike is above me. Mike has me right now.
Okay.
I'm chasing him. So,
Yeah.
So Mike, if you watch this, I don't know why.
I'm sure he is. This is must-see TV. So, well, that's all the time we have for today. I am 0-1 on the season. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on though, and until next time, we'll see you again on QB 101.
Coming up next on Rams 360.
They're going to have brand new lockers donated to them, all the student athletes at Lahainaluna High School.
Football isn't just about plays on a field. It's where lessons of resilience, trust, and belief take root. Where the challenges mirror life, and the victories mean more than points on a scoreboard. When wildfires devastated Maui in 2023, life changed for the Lahainaluna High School community. More than 450 student athletes and coaches were affected. Yet through it all, the football team became the heartbeat of their school and an inspiration for the island. That's why the Los Angeles Rams, Holman, and 49 Degrees came together, not just to build a new locker room, but to help strengthen the spirit of this school.
This Maui camp is not just about football. It's the opportunity to come here, be a part of this community here in Maui. It's about the opportunity to inspire some young people and also inspire ourselves to make sure that we're always keeping those in mind that are going through things like this. So that's why it's such a cool opportunity for me today to get to announce these young student athletes. They're going to have brand new lockers donated to them, all the student athletes at Lahainaluna High School. So let's go. At Lahainaluna, they're going to get brand new lockers, just like Coleman Lockers does for professional athletes. So when you see these things, these will be pro-style locker room that will really bring the culture, the atmosphere of just who they are. We hope these young people feel this love. They feel special. They feel how much they mean to us.
This is huge for us. This is huge for not only the island, but for the kids, for the future. I think that means a lot to them. That's something where they're going to start off their day, and then something to look forward towards the end of the practice. Something nice and clean, fresh. Fresh is the main word in the locker room.
Because a locker room isn't just a place to hang a jersey. It's the pulse that can drive a team forward.
Stay tuned for more Rams 360.
Hey, see, I'm from the East Coast. I'm a real Southern boy, you know. This ain't my forte right here.
You can? I thought they would have banned that by now.
Yo, are these all yeses? No.
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 It did, actually.
Dang it.
Okay. Okay. Starting a lot.
Yes. No, that's the Mets. The Mets have a baseball, I think.
By population. Isn't it like everybody moving out?
I'm gonna go no.
It's New York.
Yep.
Nice.
Crib.
No.
Hey, see, I'm from the East Coast. I'm a real Southern boy, you know. This ain't my forte right here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's hard. I don't eat In-N-Out. I'm gonna go no.
They got a grilled cheese. I mean, you can go like anything above the double-double. You can get your animal fries.
Yes, it does.
You get a Neapolitan shake. I mean, there's a lot there.
Ooh. Let's see. Two hockey, two food. No. I do know that. And it is yes. No.
Yeah. Was it not 13?
Nope.
Damn. Okay. Where's this bad? This is bad.
Anything that seems unbelievable, we're going yes now.
I probably got the worst yes or no of LA of all time.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next week for more Rams 360.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our videos.